Enriching the lives of elders. We're talking about artists, we are talking about audience members and lifelong learners. That is the mission of Theater 55. And with COVID-19, it means that something old is new again. And that's what's next. Welcome to What's Next, everyone. My guest is Theater 55 Director Richard Hitchler, and we are discussing how Theater 55 is adapting to COVID-19. Thank you so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure.
Well, the last time we saw each other was for Urinetown, and that was in the spring, and that feels like that is so long ago. So much has happened. So you've gone from being inside a theater to having everything shut down. So tell me about your experiences.
Well, yes, when we were producing Urinetown, we were able to get through 2 weekends of a 3-weekend run. And unfortunately, when COVID hit, we knew working with the most vulnerable population, we had to stop the production. And sure enough, we weren't alone. Everybody in town ended up closing down. So when we stopped, it was very sad because it was really tough. We didn't get an opportunity for people to say goodbye, for people to really have that kind of closure that you would normally have at the end of a production. And we clearly weren't able to make the kind of dollars that we could have had we been able to run the show as long as we wanted to, et cetera. So it really was, it was tragic all the way around, and it was sad all the way around. So then I was thinking of a way to, how can we shift what we do? How can we change how we deliver what we're delivering and still get the people 55 plus involved as actors and audiences, et cetera. And so after listening to a few podcasts, it made me realize, well, what is a podcast but a radio show in a different form? And so I thought, why not look at some of these old radio shows, see what's available, what might be fun to create or recreate in today's world, and do it in the style of the old radio show. And so I found the Philip Marlowe ones, and I really like the Raymond Chandler detective with Philip Marlowe as that detective, because he wasn't quite as quippy or as it wasn't as it was a little grittier than other writing of the time.
Come in.
Never could speak very well on a dry throat, either.
There's the scotch. Help yourself.
Thank you.
So you're from Marty Estelle?
No, not strictly. Not even loosely. Not at all, in fact.
What's your racket?
No racket?
Marty will love to know you used his name.
I'm shaking in my shoes.
You're some kind of a detective, are you?
Yeah, private. Philip Marlowe. Hey, it's good scotch here.
I'm glad you like it. Now what's your business?
All right. How much will you take to give up Grover?
So this is from the 40s and 50s, and maybe the audience still has either vague memories of that or remember their parents talking about that when they were growing up. So this is not unknown to the Theater 55 audience at all.
It is not. In fact, I had several actors who actually said, I remember listening to the originals of these, or in a rerun kind of version of it as well.
Well, we hope that all is going well. Can audience members, can the cast members hear any of the audience members through the Zoom live interaction, or can they go in person? I know sometimes there might be a limited number of people that could actually sit in an audience.
Right. We do have, some invited guests to it. We had an audience of just about 10 people the last performance, and that's about all we're keeping to, just for safety. We could have up to 40 if we really wanted to, but we're being extra cautious the way we're doing it. So there are some people who could come see it live, but otherwise logging on and doing it that way. And the easiest way to do that, and the only way really to do that, is to log on to theater55.org, and you can purchase your tickets directly through the website.
All right, well, we break a leg in this whole thing. It sounds very exciting. I can't wait to hear and see. I've had just a little bit of a video taste of what it is, and again, I love the Foley artist and kind of seeing how that all came together. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to let our audience know that if you're interested, it's Philip Marlowe Private Detective Radio Series. It's September 19th, October 3rd, and October 17th. Live stream at 3 o'clock. You can get all of these afterwards. Tickets are $10 on up, depending on the number of performances or listening experiences, and you can purchase the tickets at theater55.org.